Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I'm continuing my gay movie marathon, sort of trying to catch up on all the gay films I've been like putting aside and meaning to watch. And now I'm up to I Am Michael, starring James Franco and Zachary Quinto, or I think it's pronounced differently. I don't know how to pronounce his name, and Emma Roberts. Um, it's the very sad story of a gay activist, Michael Glatz, who tried to be straight. Um, it got a lot of attention back in the day. It really hurt the gay community quite a bit because, all the conversion therapy people basically jumped on um, this example of, a gay that turned straight. And it's just a really, really sad story of a gay man who is so scared of death and mortality that he renounces his identity and his sexuality and his community and everything to try and secure a place in heaven. Basically, he believed that he had to renounce his gayness to be accepted by religion, so he could then like connect with God and get to heaven. Because essentially, what happened to him was he had a midlife crisis. Um, he was working and happy, and then he moved for work for his partner, and then he basically was separated from the community, and he was trying to find some sort of comfort, and he started to have panic attacks. He imagined a illness he didn't have, um, and he eventually started to look to the Bible for and religion for hope, because essentially the Bible and the religion essentially is just people who can't handle the uncertainty of life, because the reality of life is we don't know what happens after death. I personally have had some paranormal experiences. I know there's something. I'm not sure what it is. Science doesn't really give us a lot of answers, but religion just tells us what we want to hear. It just makes up fairy tales, tells people what they want to hear, so they basically believe in that and give themselves to that and basically become slaves to it. And that's what this guy does. He renounces his gayness, even though he's still sleeping with men and not happy and can't find um, peace in his new heterosexuality. Um, he continues to put out these blogs and basically say, I'm straight now, and all you people who have believed this ideology of gay, you're basically just separating yourself from God and stopping yourself from... It's just the saddest movie to see this man go on this decline and have this mental illness. And eventually he marries a woman, sets up his own church, and it has a really great ending because the last shot is him just staring out at the people, and then it's like he's still... You can see he's just terrified and miserable. Like, he keeps trying to make himself happy with religion, and it keeps not working. And you see these people, they try to be straight, they date women, they marry women, they have kids, they do all these things, they promise they're going to make them happy, and they're still not happy because they're not, you know, being their true self. And it's just sad. And I mean, I have a lot of opinions about religion because I don't believe in any religion. Um, and I go through life facing life, you know, without the sort of protection of these fairy tales and these promises. And it's terrifying, and at moments it's horrifying. The idea that, you know, I don't know what's going to happen when I die. I don't know. We don't know. And we don't know. You may believe a million different things, but you don't know. No one knows. Even the people who've died temporarily and come back really don't know if what they consider they or perceive that they've seen or experienced is actually real. So, and that's an uncertainty that people can't live with. And you'd think if they had real faith, they wouldn't need the religion to actually, um, yeah, it's. I don't want to say too much negative about religion because people believe it, they can't handle any criticism of it or discussion about it because it threatens them because obviously in the back of their minds they're thinking the same thing too, and they can't take any criticism of it because it's just too fragile. But yeah, the film is great. The acting is great. Emma Roberts is, Emma Roberts, but she's only in about 15 minutes of the film. James Franco is great and he's hot, but we all know he's got issues. Um, and Zachary Quinto, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce his name. I'm sure it's different, but it was interesting to see him in a role other than Spock, because I've really only seen him as Skylar, then Spock, and then just what was the Believe It or Not? He did a TV series that Leonard Nimoy originally hosted, In Search Of. That's it. So it was interesting to see him play another role and to play a gay man. But yeah, it's a good movie. It shows the ridiculousness of this man's journey, and that he never finds what he thinks he's going to find, and he just ends up in the same place, and it's just sad. And I'm going to go.